Building a well-performing engine to meet specific performance parameters is a task best left to professionals. Whether it's for the street, drag strip, road racing, or marine applications, building an engine requires precision, skill, and much more. However, building an engine that needs to perform well in off-road desert environments, such as the Baja 1000, is a whole other story. These engines are required to perform in environments that engines would otherwise not thrive in. Mike Hupertz knows this all too well, as the engine services manager at Ison Racing Engines in Concord, Ohio. The full-service machine shop, which opened its doors more than 10 years ago, focuses primarily on grassroots-type work and can do anything from automotive engines to power sports and marine engines. Recently, Ison Racing Engines was tasked with building Justin Lofton's number 41 trophy truck engine for the Baja 1000, and we've got the details in this episode of Engine of the Week.
Engine Builder's Engine of the Week is sponsored by Pengrade. Precision, performance, Pengrade. Always the original green oil. L-Ring DOS Original. Leading technology, leading service. And Scat Crankshafts. Everything for your LS engine.
Hey everyone, I'm RJ Pogue for Engine Builder, and today we're talking about Justin Lofton's RY45 engine in his trophy truck. Here's Mike Hupertz to tell you more.
And it was designed exclusively by Roush Yates. It's an engineered package that you can purchase from Roush Yates. It's a 4.5-inch bore spacing small block Ford. We changed things around because it was going into a trophy truck for desert racing or endurance racing. The Score Series and Best in the Desert are the two sanctioning bodies.
To turn the RY45 platform into something extra special, Hupertz started by squaring the block, torque plate honing it, line honing it, honing the lifter bores, and other basic race block prep. The crank came balanced, and from there, Hupertz was sure to measure everything up and made sure the clearances were what they needed to be. This engine utilizes a billet crank with 4-inch stroke, and the block is available in a couple different bore sizes. You can go 4-150, which is considered the small bore version, or you can go 4-250, which is considered the big bore version. The connecting rods are custom, and the pistons are from Mala, with a total seal ring package. This engine in particular is fascinating simply for the fact that it's a version of the FR9. While the engine comes from Roush Yates with their base package components, Ison Racing Engines made changes to suit endurance in the desert.
Because it was kind of a pain in the butt to figure it out. Water pump speed needed to change considerably from a dirt late model spec to the endurance spec or to the desert environment. Compression ratio needed to be adjusted as well for those long duration of races. It's below 13.5 to 1.
Hupertz also had to change the engine from a carbureted engine to EFI.
Exorbitant amount of time, tuning the EFI on this particular platform for the environment it's in as well. It comes to you in a carbureted form with a carbureted manifold. For the desert stuff, we change everything over and had to come up with everything it took to get it to work with fuel injections. They supplied us with an intake manifold, and we were able to source fuel injectors and rails and things like that, and then of course all the ECU.
The engine management came from Holley, and aside from the EFI, Hupertz says that building the engine itself wasn't too much of a challenge. Rather, the actual challenge was figuring out the platform it was going to go in.
Basically, this was engineered along a dirt late model short course environment. The desert off-road trophy truck environment is altogether different. So we had some learning curve to figure out a few things. We're looking forward to, obviously, the Baja 1000.
Since this project was a slight departure from the standard engine work Hupertz does at Ison, the RY45 trophy truck engine was a pretty exciting adventure. However, he's already thinking about the next iteration of the engine and what they may try differently. For now, the RY45 makes 840 plus horsepower at 8,000 RPM, and the torque is 650 plus foot-pounds at 6,500 RPM.
A little bit about the valve train on this particular thing, because it's pretty unbelievable as far as this is what the Cup guys run. There's no lash adjusters. It's all shimmed. They're solid rocker blocks. It's a really neat setup. Not a lot of people get to see inside those engines, and it's a work of art for sure.
Well, that does it for this episode of Engine of the Week. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our channel, and make sure to click the bell to get all of our updates. And if you have an engine you'd like to feature, please email our editor, Greg Jones, at gjones@babcocks.com. Thanks for watching.